You know, when we look at artificial intelligence, we see the magic, right? The answers, the art, the incredible creations. But underneath all of that, there's an invisible architecture, a ghost in the machine.
It all starts with code, the very language that gives it shape.
Then, it learns from data. That's the stuff that gives it a mind.
And the whole thing, it runs on trust, our faith that it's doing what we think it's doing.
But what happens when you introduce poison? A single drop that can corrupt everything.
See, this poison, it doesn't wait to attack the finished product. No, it goes deeper. It seeps right into the foundations, into this long, invisible chain of parts that every single AI is built from. And right now, that chain, it's become a new kind of digital battleground.
In the industry, they call it the LLM supply chain. Think of it like an AI's entire life story, its source code, all the data it was trained on, even the other models it was built from. And what's really terrifying is that the experts, they're realizing the biggest threats aren't in the AI you use. Nope. They're right here, hiding in the shadows of that supply chain, long before it ever gets to you.
And you've got to get this, because it's the key to everything. We are not talking about a simple bug in the code. That's like a broken gear in a machine, right? You just swap it out. A supply chain attack, well, that's something else entirely. This is about poisoning the well. It's about corrupting the very ingredients the AI is made of, from the ground up.
So how does this actually happen? Well, to really understand the fight, you have to put yourself in their shoes. You have to think like an attacker, start looking for the cracks in the foundation that they already know about. So let's take a look at their toolkit.
Okay, so what can they do? They can grab a trusted, pre-trained model and sneak in a backdoor, a little sleeper agent just waiting for the signal. Or they can build these malicious LoRa adapters. Think of them like digital parasites that latch onto a healthy model and just hijack its brain. They can even forge the identity of a secure model. But the most insidious move? They poison the training data itself, corrupting the AI's entire education right from day one.
And look, this isn't just theory. These attacks are real. So let's break down the anatomy of a heist. A real-world example that showed everyone just how fragile this whole invisible chain really is.
The method is, well, it's brutally efficient. Step 1. An attacker just downloads a popular open access model. Step 2. They perform what the researchers, and this is a chilling term, call a lobotomy. They go right into the model's core and surgically snip out its safety controls. Then, they just repackage the corrupted model, make it look like a legit update, and upload it to a public hub like Hugging Face, where it just waits.
Again, this is not science fiction. That quote you're seeing, it's from the actual researchers who pulled off the Poison GPT attack. And their whole goal was to prove just how ridiculously easy it was to hide a malicious model, one specifically designed to spread fake news, in plain sight, right on one of the biggest AI hubs in the world.
But the model itself isn't even the only weak link. The attack can come through the code we use to build them. See, attackers will upload compromised Python libraries, say a fake version of a popular tool like PyTorch, to public registries. Some unsuspecting developer comes along, installs it, and bam, they've just installed malware that takes over their entire system. And it goes even deeper than that, all the way down to the silicon. There's an attack called Leftovers that can actually listen to data leaking from a GPU's memory. I mean, it's basically eavesdropping on the tiny electrical echoes coming off the chip itself, stealing secrets while the AI is thinking. The ghost isn't just in the machine, it's literally in the metal.
And the scale of this? It can be absolutely massive. 116. That's how many mobile apps on Google Play got hit in just one campaign. What's crazy is, the attackers didn't even hack the apps themselves. No, they just swapped out the predictive AI models inside them. All of a sudden, perfectly normal tools, stuff for recognizing cache or even parental controls, they were all compromised.
So when you have threats this deep, I mean in the code, the hardware, the data, your traditional security just doesn't cut it. It's not enough. So for every one of these attackers lurking in the shadows, a new kind of defender is stepping up. And they're building a new kind of fortress, not with firewalls, but with something stronger, verifiable trust.
So here's the defender's playbook. It starts with something called AI red teaming. You basically hire experts to think like the bad guys and try to break your own systems, just to find the flaws first. It also demands super meticulous records, signing off on every piece of code and every model with digital signatures to prove where it came from and that it hasn't been tampered with. And it relies on automated anomaly detection. Think of it like an AI immune system, constantly on the lookout for anything that seems off.
And one of the coolest ideas here is this concept called the AI Bill of Materials, or an AI BOM. The best way to think about it is like a list of ingredients for a recipe. It's a formal, signed-off record of every single thing that went into building a model. The data, the code, the licenses, everything. What it does is create a totally transparent and auditable chain of trust, from the very beginning to the very end.
Okay, so we've walked through the battlefield, we've seen the attacker's toolkit, and we've looked at the fortress being built to defend it all, which really brings us back to one central, lingering question.
Because this whole battle for the future of AI, it turns out it's not just about who can build the smartest algorithm. It's about something much more fundamental. It's about the invisible chains of trust that they're all built on. Because think about it. Without that trust, even the most powerful AI in the world isn't an asset. It's a liability.
And that leaves us with one final, haunting thought. When the machine can be compromised before it's even born, who exactly can you trust?